Nigerian Afrobeat singer MKO is advocating for better inclusion in the United Arab Emirates music industry as he releases a new music video entitled Diverse. The project features Jordanian singer Mansour and creative input by other talents in the fashion and filmmaking industries. In this next report, the Dubai-based star talks more about this with Channel's TV correspondent Mayowa Adegoke.
Everywhere I go, now so them talk about me. Them say my life, they everywhere, social media.
Off the back of a hard year 2020, Dubai's leading Afrobeat singer MKO's newly released music video, Diverse, the lead single of his debut album of the same title, receives warm reception from fans across the country and beyond.
It's been a hell of a ride, especially with releasing my album, and there was this massive blueprint of things I wanted to do and places I wanted to go and shows that were booked, and then all of a sudden there was a pandemic, and even some shows where had they paid up front, so it was time to start paying back their money to them. But you know what? I've seen the good in the pandemic. It's given me time to create some of the things that I never really had time to work on. So it's been a great ride. Obviously, there's been some downsides, but it's been good.
The video, directed by European duo Lou and Lassie, features Jordanian Arabic singer Mansour. The project embodies MKO's vision for his musical sojourn in the Middle Eastern city of Dubai.
It's a story of building a much more diverse community. We were fortunate to be in a place where that is very inclusive, which is Dubai. But the creative community is not that inclusive. So it's a ride of bringing the community together and using my music, my style, my heritage as a platform to do so. So the project is one that I work with different people that understood the vision. So when you see from the styling, the visuals, it all came out perfectly well because everyone who was on board understood the vision behind it. So in a nutshell, Diverse is a project that is about inclusion, and it's about coming together as creatives to understand that the only way we can understand each other's culture, our background, our heritage is by working together, and that's how we can grow an organic creative scene.
Diverse video opens in Dubai's Ghost Village, where many years ago early settlers lived deep in the desert. An Emirati horse rider, Afro-Arabian dancers are some of the elements attracting the over 100,000 viewers who have already watched the video.
I'm happy, but what about the girls, the dancers and everything?
I thought they were magical.
Ethiopian fashion designer and stylist Feruza takes credit for the creative costuming, which gave her the opportunity to launch her African-inspired pandemic collection.
This is my very new collection, which I've never done before. It's an Africa-inspired 100%, where normally I would do a denim collection, but it's always inspired by the different places I grew up in, and it's very street style. But the new one was more like celebration of African culture from all around Africa. So when he came to me, I was happy, even though my work is not already out, and I was happy to work with him. And this is the time where I have already started doing styling job besides my designing. So I thought it was the right time and the right concept.
So the album itself is diverse enough, right? Then the video is the visual illustration of what the entire Diverse project is about. When you look at Mansour, what he's wearing in that video is a kandura, but in an African print. So it tells the story already. From the start of the music video, you could see the horse, and then you could see how it all ties into the African culture. So you have the boldness of the Arabic culture infused into the richness of the African culture, and they've all come together to create one masterpiece. So, and then we have Fintucho who styled it. It was almost like everybody was on the same page and everything just came out the way it should be. So yeah, the visual is exactly what Diverse as a project has been about.
Born in Nigeria as Kingsley Okpo, MKO hopes this project becomes an eye-opener to other Nigerian and African artists in the UAE, many of whom were hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. So speaking of inclusion and your projects, do you see that doing anything for the African music community and African entertainers based here in Dubai?
That's the idea, exactly that. Because you are in a place where everyone is from different backgrounds. In order to sell your roots to other people, you have to be able to bring them closer. And how do you bring them closer is by working together. And I think it would be a good way for other Africans to change their approach. You don't have to change the style of what you do. You don't have to change the style of your creation. You just have to make it appealing enough. And you just have to be willing to reach out to other people. Dubai it's a small city, yes, but it's a city of people from different parts of the world. So you need to think along those lines. How do I use my creation to reach the community that is here in Dubai? So I think a lot of people would see this as a motivational factor to do more.
Diverse, the album, features artists from the UAE, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Jordan, Philippines, and Egypt.